Onam. Onam is celebrated in Kerala remembrance of the good governance under the rule of Mahabali, a mythical king who ruled Kerala. The legend holds that jealous of Mahabali's popularity and his power, the devas and gods conspired to end his reign. They sent Vamana to earth in the form of a dwarf Brahmin who trampled Mahabali to Patala netherworld. Vamanan asked Mahabali for 3 feet of land as his wish from the generous Mahabali. Since denying gifts to Brahmin is considered a sacrilege, Mahabali agreed to fulfill Vamana's wish. In the first 2 feet Vamana measured the entire universe, leaving nowhere to place his 3rd foot. Mahabali offered his own head to place his 3rd feet, making the wish complete. However, witnessing Mahabali's generosity, Vishnu granted the king's sole wish to visit his land and people once every year. This homecoming of Mahabali is celebrated as Onam in Kerala every year. The date of Onam celebration is based on the Panchangam, and falls on the 22nd Nakshatra Thiruvonam in the month Chingam of Malayalam calendar, which in Gregorian calendar falls between August-September. Mahabali and Vamana. According to Indian mythology, Mahabali was the great-great-grandson of a Brahmin sage named Kashyapa, the great-grandson of a demonic dictator, Hiranyakashipu, and the grandson of Vishnu devotee Prahlada. This links the festival to the Puranic story of Prahlada of Holika fame in Hinduism, who was the son of Hiranyakashipu. Prahlada, despite being born to a demonic asura father who hated Vishnu, rebelled against his father's persecution of people and worshipped Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu tries to kill his son Prahlada, but is slain by Vishnu in his Narasimha avatar. Prahlada is saved. Prahlada's grandson, Mahabali, came to power by defeating the gods Devas and taking over the 3 worlds. According to Vaishnavism, the defeated Devas approached Vishnu for help in their battle with Mahabali. Vishnu refused to join the gods in violence against Mahabali because Mahabali was a good ruler and his own devotee. Mahabali, after his victory over the gods, declared that he would perform a yajna, homa sacrifices, rituals, and grant anyone any request during the yajna. Vishnu took the avatar, his 5th, of a dwarf monk called Vamana and approached Mahabali. The king offered anything to the boy: gold, cows, elephants, villages, food, whatever he wished. The boy said that one must not seek more than one needs, and all he needed was 3 paces of land. Mahabali agreed. The mana grew to an enormous size and covered everything Mahabali ruled over in just 2 paces. For the 3rd pace, Mahabali offered his head for Vishnu to step on, an act that Vishnu accepted as evidence of Mahabali's devotion. Vishnu granted him a boon, by which Mahabali could visit again, once every year, the lands and people he previously ruled. This revisit marks the festival of Onam, as a reminder of the virtuous rule and his humility in keeping his promise before Vishnu. The last day of Mahabali's stay is remembered with a 9-course vegetarian Onasadya feast. The name Thrikakara is originated from Thirukal Kara, meaning place of the holy foot. The main deity at Thrikakara temple is Vamana. The smaller temple to the side has Shiva as the deity. Vamana temple is known as Vadakam Devar, and the Shiva temple is known as Tekam Devar. A number of subsidiary deities have been installed at Thrikakara temple. The 1961 census report on Onam festival states, though the Vamana temple is accepted as the main temple at the elite level, the local people consider the Shiva temple as the more important one. They believe that Shiva was the Kuladeva, family deity, of Mahabali and that there was no Vamana temple at that time. The palace of Mahabali was situated at the place where the Vamana temple is at present. After the fall of Mahabali, his palace was destroyed and later on Vamana was installed on that spot by the Saint Kapila. According to Nandita Krishna, a simpler form of this legend, one without Mahabali, is found in the Rigveda and the Vedic text Shatapatha Brahmana, where a solar deity is described with powers of Vishnu. This story likely grew over time, and is in part allegorical, where Bali is a metaphor for Thanksgiving offering after a bounty of rice harvest during monsoon, and Vishnu is the metaphor of the Kerala sun in summer that precedes the Onam. According to Roshan Dalal, the story of Mahabali is important to Onam in Kerala, but similar Mahabali legends are significant in the region of Baliyat and Bali in Uttar Pradesh, Bharuch in Gujarat, and Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra. The story is significant because it emphasizes the Hindu belief in cyclical nature of events, that no individual, no ruler and nothing lasts forever, except the virtues and self-understanding that overcomes all sorrow. Cultural festival. Onam is a popular major Hindu festival in Kerala, states Christine Frost, but one that is also celebrated by other communities with much zest alongside Hindus. The festival is celebrated in BEC's basic ecclesial communities in Trivandrum with local rituals, according to Latin Catholic Bishop Sylvester Conrad. These traditions, according to Sylvester Conrad, start with the writing of the significance of these practices are viewed by BECs, mutual respect and sharing a tradition. Paulinus of St. Bartholomew, 1748–1806, in his A Voyage to the East Indies describes Onam as the fourth grand festival, celebrated in Malayalam, is called Onam, and happens always in the month of September, on the day of new moon, not always. About the 10th of September the rain ceases in Malabar. All nature seems as if regenerated. The flowers again shoot up, and the trees bloom. In a word, this season is the same as that which Europeans call spring. This festival seems, therefore, to be instrumented for the purpose of releasing the God of happiness. It continues 8 days, and during the time the Indians are feasting and enjoying their houses with flames and God promoted the already observed, is a sacred animal dedicated to the goddess Lakshmi, the Ceres of the Indians. On this occasion they also put on new clothes, throw aside all their old earthenware and supply its place by new. The men, particularly those who are young, form themselves into 2 parties and shoot at each other with arrows. These arrows are blunted, but exceedingly strong, and are discharged with such force, that a considerable number are generally wounded on both sides. These games have a great likeness to the Cerealia and Juvenilia of the ancient Greeks and Romans. Celebrations, rituals and practices. Onam falls in the month of Chinga, which is the first month according to the Malayalam calendar. The celebrations mark the Malayalam New Year, spread over 10 days, and conclude with the ritual. The 10 days are sequentially known as elsewhere. The Atham Day is marked with the start of festivities at Vamanamurthy Thrikakara Temple, Kochi. This Vishnu temple is considered as the focal center of Onam and the abode of Mahabali, with the raising of the festival flag. Parades are held, which are colorful and depict the elements of Kerala culture with floats and taverns. Other days have a diverse range of celebrations and activities ranging from boat races, cultural programs, sports competitions, dance events, martial arts, floral rangoli, kukala, prayers, shopping, donating time or food for charity and spending time with family over feast. Men and women wear traditional dress. The Kerala sari or Kasavu sari is particularly worn on this day. Athachamaya. The Onam celebrations across the state starts off with a grand procession at Thripunathura near Kochi called Athachamaya, also referred to as Thripunathura Athachamaya. The parade features decorated elephants marching, drum beats and other music, folk art forms, floats and colorfully dressed people with masks. In Kerala's history, the Kochi king used to head a grand military procession in full ceremonial robes from his palace to the Thrikakara temple, meeting and greeting his people. In contemporary times, this a state-supported event. The parade floats traditionally feature scenes from epics such as the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. Additionally, some floats include themes from the Bible as well as current themes, thereby highlighting unity and harmony. The procession path historically has been from Tripunathura to the Vamanamurthy temple in Thrikakara, Ernakulam district. The temple is dedicated to Vishnu in his Vamana, war, avatar. After arrival at the temple, the marchers offer a prayer. Pukalam, flower rangoli. The floral rangoli, known as Onapoocolum, Athapoocolum or just Poocolum, is made out of the gathered blossoms with several varieties of flowers of differing tints pinched up into little pieces to design and decorate patterns on the floor, particularly at entrances and temple premises like a flower mat. Lamps are arranged in the middle or edges. It is a work of religious art, typically between initiated girls and women, who accomplish it with a delicate touch and a personal artistic sense of tone and blending. When concluded, a miniature candle umbrella hung with little festoons is erected over it. The Poocolum is similar to Rangoli, which is made of powders of various colors and is popular in North India. The traditional ritual of laying Poocolum, floral Rangoli, starts on Atham Day. The Poocolum on this day is called Athapu, and it is relatively small in size. The size of the Poocolum grows in size progressively with each day of the Onam festival. Only yellow flowers will be used on Atham with only one circular layer made, and the design is kept simple. Statues or figurines of Mahabali and Vamana are also installed at the entrance of each house on this day. Traditionally, Athapoocolams included flowers endemic to Kerala in the Dashapushpan, 10 flowers, but nowadays all varieties of flowers are used. Earthen mounds, which look somewhat like square pyramids, representing Mahabali and Vamana, are placed in the dung-plastered courtyards in front of the house along with the Poocolum, and beautifully decorated with flowers. All over Kerala, Poocolum competitions are a common sight on Onam Day. Music and dance. Traditional dance forms including Thiruvathiru, Kammadikali, Kulikali, Thumbitholam, Onam Kali and others. Thiruvathiru Kali is a women's dance performed in a circle around a lamp. Kammadikali is a colorful masked dance. In Thrissur, festivities include a procession consisting of caparisoned elephants surrounded by Kammadikali dancers. The masked dancers go from house to house performing the colorful Kammadikali. Onam Kali is a form of dance where players arrange themselves in circles around a pole or tree or lamp, then dance and sing songs derived from the Ramayana and other epics. Kathakali dance is also commonly performed during this time, with dancers enacting characters from the various ancient Indian legends. A famous venue for this is at Valavanad, which is associated with the growth of Kathakali, and Cherukuruthi, where Kerala Kalamandalam is located. Pulikali. Tiger dance. Pulikali is a dance in tiger costumes. Pulikali, also known as Kaduvakali, is a common sight during the Onam season. This dance showcases performers painted like tigers in bright yellow, red and black, who dance to the beats of instruments like chenda and thapal. This folk art is mainly performed in the cultural district of Thrissur, and thousands pour into the city to be a part of this art. Performances of the ritual worship dance, Bayam, are given during the Onam season. In this, Mahabali is played by the Onathan. Its variations include characters such as Onswaran and Onapatan. At the Thrikakara temple, every day of the festival showcases one or more of these activities, including Kathakali, Thiruvathiru, Chakyarkuthu, Autumn Thulam, Patakam, Onam songs, and percussion instrument shows. The Onasadhya here is grand in scale, and is attended by over 10,000 people from all religions and faiths. Festivities include Puli Kali, masked leopard dance, and traditional dance forms like Kaikaki Kali, which are performed in various functions. The official government celebrations start on this day with heavy illuminations in Tiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Kozhikode, along with fireworks. Most cities in Kerala, such as the political, commercial and cultural capitals, Tiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Thrissur, are lit up with lights and fabulous displays of fireworks. Sumptuous Onam Sadhya feasts are prepared. In Thrikakara temple, a mega feast is conducted, which is open to the public and is attended by more than 20,000 people. Valampuli. Boat race. The Valampuli, the snake boat race, is another event that is synonymous with Onam. Well-known races include the Iranmula Uthradity boat race and the Nehru Trophy boat race. Numerous oarsmen row huge snake-shaped boats. Men and women come from far and near to watch and cheer the snake boat race through the water. This event is particularly featured on the Pampa River, considered sacred and Kerala equivalent of Ganges River. As a tribute to the traditional snake boat race, a similar snake boat race is also held by the Malayali diaspora in Singapore annually during Onam at the Jurong Lake. Onam Sadhya. The Onam Sadhya feast is another indispensable part of Onam, and almost every Keralite either makes or attends one. The onasadya reflects the spirit of the season and is traditionally made with seasonal vegetables such as yam, cucumber, ash gourd and so on. The feast is served on plantain leaves and consists of 9 courses, but may include over 24 dishes, including but not limited to chips, especially banana chips, sharkara verity, fried pieces of banana coated with jaggery, papadum, various vegetable and soups such as injipuli, also called puli inji, thoran, nazukapurati, kulan, olam, avial, sambar, dal served along with a small quantity of ghee, arasheri, malasyam, rasam, Filizari, also referred to as Balutha curry kachadi, not to be confused with khichdi, and pachadi, its sweet variant moru, buttermilk or curd mixed with water, pickles both sweet and sour, and coconut chutney. The feast ends with a series of dessert called payasam, a sweet dish made of milk, sugar, jaggery, and other traditional Indian savories eaten either straight or mixed with ripe small plantain. The curries are served with rice, usually the Kerala mata, parboiled rice preferred in Kerala. In hotels and temples, the number of curries and dishes may go up to 30. The importance of the feast to Kerala's Onam celebration culture is captured in the famous Malayalam proverb, Kanam Vidam Onam Unnanam, which means, one must have the Onam lunch even by selling one's property if need be. The Travancore-style Onasadya is renowned to be the most disciplined and tradition-bound. The Karachians tribe of Karambikulam celebrate Onam as a festival for eating new grains. Just before Onam, they go for a community hunt and the games bagged during the hunt are distributed among participants and consumed in family feasts. The feasts are held on Uthradam and Thiruvonam. Their feast also include fish and meat. Onam is also celebrated by the worldwide Malayali diaspora.